So with the new tax year just around the corner and the stock market looking like it's going to keep crashing, is this too early to start thinking about our ISA? And with the new tax year starting, can we make the most out of this volatility? In this video, I'm going to be looking at my Trading 212 Stocks ISA and the journey that I have gone on as an investor, especially starting this channel with my various different stocks and shares ISAs. So like I've just explained, right now as I film is a period of pretty much despair for new investors and even investors who have been around for a while. We are going through a very rough patch in the market. Now all looks well and good when you look at my stocks and shares ISA. The value is £111,577. And since starting investing, I am up by £11,949. Things are not what they seem at first glance. There's a lot of explaining to do for my stocks and shares ISA. And essentially, since I started this channel talking about investing and particularly my journey, my specific journey in investing, Dr. Jubair's Finance is about me. I wanted to share with my journey as someone who has maxed out their ISA for 4 years in a row and plans to do that in the upcoming tax year. So when I go into my 1 day performance, you can see things are not looking good. I am down by around £359. 1 week looking pretty bad here, down by 2.1%, or a loss of £2,402. And over the past month, things are not looking good. Just the other day, my past month performance was plus 9,000, and today it sits at nearly minus 4,000. Crazy how the stock market works, hey? My 3-month performance doesn't look too bad, up by 2.6%, or a return of £2,902. And my past year performance up by 9.9%, or a return of £9,074. Now in this video, as usual, I will be talking about Trading 212. I talk about them a lot because it is my preferred platform, and I'm going to give you kind of reasons as to why you would want to use Trading 212. And at the end of the day, it is your choice what ISA you want to go for, and the rules have changed anyway, so you can have multiple providers provided that you do not deposit more than £20,000 per tax year into them. So if you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, all you have to do really is to use the link in the description box down below. Alternatively, if you've already signed up to Trading 212 in the past 10 days but have not received a free fractional share, all you have to do is to click the 3 horizontal line menu over here. Scroll all the way down until you see the section use promo code, and in this section just use my code JUBAIR and you should receive a free fractional share. So like I mentioned in the beginning, I have actually deposited £20,000, so maxed out my stocks and shares ISA allowance every year now for 4 years. So that's £80,000 that I have deposited in total into my ISA. Now if you look over here, things can be deceiving because it says my net deposits are £99,628. I can assure you that I've only been investing since 2021 and I haven't maxed out my ISA for here it seems like 5 years. This is because I've now had my ISA in 2 other providers that are not Trading 212. The first was Free Trade, and I liked Free Trade. Back then things were a lot better. I still kind of like Free Trade, however I do think their fee structure is not great. What was it, paying £5.99 per month to get access to the stocks and shares ISA? I think for most people there's no point because Trading 212 provides a free stocks and shares ISA, and so does Invest Engine. So then I transferred my ISA from Free Trade over to Invest Engine, and Invest Engine is a great platform. Basically for ETFs, one of the lowest costs providers you can have. 0 platform fees, although other fees will apply, for example ETF fees. However, the one reason that made me actually transfer my ISA from Invest Engine, which was worth £59,628.32 by the way, and that makes up the extra difference, is because I felt like the executions on Invest Engine were too slow for me. Whenever I wanted to buy an ETF, for example, it would take a whole day sometimes, and for me I would end up buying it at a completely different price than what I wanted to. And as I showed you before, the price changes completely. Look at this, a 1% drop in a single day. This is even less than a single day. And for long-term investors, it really shouldn't make a difference when you buy it. As you can see, down by 1.51% today. Wow, the markets are crashing as I am speaking. But what I was saying is, as a long-term investor, it shouldn't really matter. But for me, it really does bother me. If I bought this ETF, let's say at £9.75, right now I could be buying it at £9.60, which is a 1.5% drop. I didn't really like that. So I transferred my ISA over to Trading 212. So like I'm saying, as I'm filming, you're getting a live reaction of the markets dropping, and it's actually pretty bad because I am now down by 4.5%. £5,000. So just last week, the value of my portfolio was £116,425. Right now, it's £110,997. It's probably going to keep dropping. But anyway, this whole point of the video was to share my ISA journey with you. You know, having deposited, let's say, £80,000 and then my value right now being £110,000 in those 4 years, that's a pretty good gain. Even though the markets are down right now, if they recover, hopefully when they recover, I'll be up quite a lot. So definitely for me, having a stocks and shares ISA is an essential way for me to save up money that I could use for early retirement. Remember, a pension is only in effect when you're, let's say, 57, 60, and that age might even go up by the time we are retired. So as I was talking about, every year you do get a £20,000 allowance. And I don't like the term allowance because there is always, you know, a lot of people commenting and saying, is that all you can deposit in your ISA? £20,000 is the ceiling. That is not true. You can deposit £20,000 and that can grow to as much as it wants to. As you can see, my ISA is now worth £110,000. So every tax year on April the 6th, you can have a fresh £20,000 that you can deposit into your stocks and shares ISA. And I've done that every year. I have chosen Trading 212 as my stocks and shares ISA provider. That being said, I still have the freedom of choosing another provider, and I think I will be doing that. When April the 6th comes up, as you can see, I have a Trading 212 Invest account, and that has around £22,000 in here. I will sell off my holdings and then put it into my bank account, and then probably use a different provider, not Trading 212. Now, that's not to say I don't like Trading 212. I have a whole lot of, you know, investments with them, and I'm happy that I've done that. One of the standout features of the Trading 212 stocks ISA is that on your uninvested cash, you do get a really high interest rate. The catch here is, of course, that a lot of this money, most of it, will be put into qualifying money market funds. In the breakdown, you can see which qualifying money market funds they are put into. And qualifying money market funds are classed as investments, so your capital will be at risk there. So like I've literally just demonstrated, there can be huge fluctuations in the stock market in just a single day or an hour. And for me, a platform like Trading 212 is going to allow you to buy those ETFs at a specific price or at market order, but it will execute really quickly. One thing I have done a lot, and the main reason to why I use Trading 212, is the control over when I can buy and sell. For example, if I actually wanted to buy for £9.59, I can limit here number of shares that I want and then £9.59. Then instead of going into a market order where the price can shoot down a lot more or shoot up a lot higher, I can get the price that I want. And for me, that has been an essential tool for the way that I have grown my ISA. Now, if I go into my history tab, you can see that my total realized profit and loss has been a positive £14,118. Now, this is only because I had been able to use limit buys and sells. If I had not, I would not be able to realize this much in cash. Do understand that this is a more risky way of managing money, buying and selling and swing trading. So it's not really recommended for anyone because you can potentially lose out on the gains of the market if you don't invest basically for a long term. So I'm going to go over and cry about, you know, the rate of return that I'm getting today. So make sure to check out some of my other videos and I'll see you in the next video.